This is A-Game. Fast acting, long lasting, with no side effects.
Hey all my Crimsonites, and welcome to the Crimson Cure channel, where we embrace our femininity, increase our womanly value, and celebrate our brothers. So join me on our feminine journey to learn, heal, and grow. Hey there, my Crimsonites, and welcome to the Crimson Cure channel. I'm your host, femininity coach, and author of The Crimson Cure, and this is my perspective. So today I don't have a video or a article to talk about. Just me and you again. This is how Black women hold their baby daddies sexually hostage. What you talking about, Crimson Cure? Don't nobody hold these men sexually hostage? Yes, they do. Yes, they do. Because if you go back and you take a look at the live stream that I did as a follow-up to that Texas House of Horrors story, which you can catch right here, you'll understand that when these so-called baby mamas lose access to the men that they had children by, this is when these women get super, super vindictive and really, really crazy. And this is where a lot of things start falling apart, even more so than they were when everything started, because most of the time this stuff starts dysfunctionally and out of sorts and without any plan or basis or foundation. But once we get past that, on into the fact that these women are having these children by these men in whatever circumstances, haphazard circumstances that they're doing it, the relationship, if you want to call it, deteriorates really quickly when these men decide that they no longer want to be romantically or sexually accessible or involved with a so-called baby mama. So the first thing that we have to understand is that he has to remain sexually accessible to her. Okay? The purpose of this is the use of the children as the bargaining chip and as the carrot on the stick for her sexual desires. See, she never wanted to let the D go. She never wanted to let that go. A lot of times it's either just the sex or the fact that she knows this man is a stable kind of man, but she's not even good enough to really get into a full-fledged relationship with this man. Or even if she had a relationship with him, she's unable to maintain the relationship from her end just because of the many antics and shenanigans that she has all the time, which deteriorate the relationship, which trash the relationship after a while. It just degrades the quality and the foundation of that relationship. So he's got to remain sexually accessible to her. Okay? Now she can move on with another man. The baby mama can always get another man. And you would think that if she got involved with another man, be it just a fling, or she called herself really in a committed relationship with some other man or whatever, you would think that because she's with another man, she would not care if her baby father moved on with another woman. But that's not so. Boop. Nope, not at all. She definitely cares about whether or not he is able to move on with another woman. She can do whatever she want to do with another man, and he's not supposed to be able to say anything about that. He's supposed to be mature enough to see her with another man and not feel no type of way and not try to, you know what I'm saying, come in between it or throw a monkey wrench into her relationship or anything like that. Okay, fine. However, whether she's with a man or not, she is unable to have that same level of maturity when it comes to him moving on and having another relationship with another woman. Okay? She'll act as though he's doing something personal to her. But the thing about it is that if he gets involved seriously with another woman, then he has removed himself from sexual access to her, especially if he means what he says and he's not coming back, dipping back sexually with her, and he's really done with her, and he really be like, nah, I just want to come see my kids and stuff like that. Like, I'm not really trying to deal with you and all of this other type of stuff, like on some type of sexual deal. Maybe we did that at some point in the past, but I'm over that part. I don't want to do that no more. I just want to co-parent with you. I just want to see my kids and stuff like that. Like, I don't have to slide by. I don't have to do none of that stuff that we might have been doing a year ago or 2 years ago or whatever the case may be. I'm really in another relationship with this other woman. And so I don't want to do this. And the reason why he doesn't want to do this is a couple of reasons. Number one, he might actually not be attracted to her anymore just because of the antics that she do. A lot of times men will be turned off. It's like, you do too many shenanigans. I don't care if I did find you sexy at one point, or even if you still looking good or whatever. Like, but at the same time, I don't want to have nothing to do with you just because of the way that you act. Secondly, he knows she trifling. So he does not give her the ammunition. If he's smart, he doesn't give her the ammunition to go back and tell his woman that, yeah, you know what I'm saying, he came through, you know what I'm saying, and we did what we do, because that's going to always be my baby daddy, you know, and that kind of craziness. Like, so he doesn't give her the ammunition for that by coming over and being sexually involved with her anymore or anything like that. He just keep everything above board. Like, listen, I'm just coming through here for my kids. Matter of fact, I don't even have to come to the house. We can meet at a neutral place. You bring my kids. We don't have to do nothing. And you just bring my kids. I pick them up, and then I'll bring them back to this spot when it's time to drop them off. And this is just what we do. But she's not satisfied with that. See, she a cap to her friends and to other women and stuff like that. Like, she just want to co-parent and she don't want nothing to do with him and blah, 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 blah. That be cap. 9 times out of 10, that is cap. Okay, she be still wanting access, or she still wants to know or believe that she could have access to him. This is why, even if they weren't necessarily still smashing, if he gets another woman and he's serious about that woman, then she cops an attitude about it, because it's almost like the death nail. It's the nail in the coffin. Like, if he's serious about her, I don't even have a chance or opportunity to rope him back in with sex, or, you know what I'm saying, or using the children. So if she feel like she can't use the sex no more, she'll start using the kids. Now she makes it an excuse. My kids can't come over there because you got that B over there. My kids can't be over there, and I don't know her, you know, and any sort of excuse to be able to be justified in not having his children. Now, let me bring something else to the table that a lot of the women in these situations don't understand. Okay, if you are a woman in a relationship with a man that has a baby mama and that baby mama is trifling, here's what's going on. Some of the time, not all the time, but sometimes these men will dip back and have sex with the baby mama. And I'm going to tell you why that happens. He understands that if I continue to cut all sexual ties, this is going to be way worse than what it is now. Like, I may never see my children again. I may never contact my children again. This is the type of chick that will up and block me and move and change her number and tell everybody don't tell me where she at. And it'll be 3, 4, 5 years before I ever see my children again. And sometimes it's too much for him to think about. So every once and again, he'll go back and slide with that baby mama. A lot of them times when that sort of thing is happening, it's not even that he's attracted to her or that he's trying to cheat on you. It really be about, let me do this so that I can actually have access, because if I try to go about this in any other way that doesn't involve me having sex with her or me, you know what I'm saying, meeting up with her and stuff like that, like, she's really going to go all out. Like, she's really going to make my life just unbearable as much as she possibly can. And she's going to use my children for this purpose. And not only is she going to hurt me, she's going to hurt my children with this. She's going to try to drive a wedge in between myself and my new relationship. So there is a lot of things and undercurrent and nuances to the situation, which is why he'll just go ahead and be like, know what? Let me just run these 5 little minutes, these 5 little stanky minutes to this thirsty chick so she can calm down so I can see my kids for the next few times. And I'm going to try to swerve her and stuff like that until she just get too crazy. And then I guess I slide again. I have witnessed men have to kind of do that. Like, oh, that was the solution to that. Huh? And they don't even like the fact that that's even an option. Because a lot of them times in these types of situations where they had stopped dealing with her and don't want to deal with her, like for real, whether the woman was around or not, it's like he don't even be attracted to her no more. Like, it's like, I don't like her. Like, I don't even like her. So I don't want to have sex with her. But at the same time, what he understands is that he cannot do anything that removes access or limits access from her sexually, or even access from his time and his money. She doesn't even like for him to work certain jobs. Let's take the other women out of the picture. Let's just say he's doing things in his life that actually limits her access to him sexually or financially or with his time. He doesn't have time to really deal with her shenanigans. He doesn't have time to do a whole lot of this other extracurricular stuff. What he does have time for is his children. He has time to go and pick them up and she'll start playing with that. Oh, I thought it was next weekend, knowing full well she knows that this was his weekend to have the kids. Or, she'll drop them off real late. Or she'll try to pick them up real early. Or she'll make some type of excuse why they can't see their father, or why he can't come get them. The myriad of games. Everybody understands what the games are, right? She doesn't even like it that if he has work or anything else outside of a female, or just living his life in a way that doesn't allow for her to run these games. This is also what spurs her to say, you know what? I'm going to start ruining his life. And because she uses the children as a weapon, what happens is she makes him choose. You either going to put your life on hold completely and deal with me in the manner that I want you to deal with me, and I'm going to use your children as the bargaining chip. You get to see them. No, you don't. Yes, you can. No, you can't. All that type of stuff. If you let me kind of dictate your life and run you with this, then I'll be quote unquote cordial, or I'll be, compliant a little bit with you with the kids. You won't have as much trouble out of me. But if you gonna call yourself live your life, boop, knock that off. You're not able to live your life outside of what I say. I said you couldn't have a life. I said that, listen, do you want to see your kids or not? And if he starts emotionally detaching under the pressure and like, you know what? You're not going to hold me hostage in your circle of BS, and you be the puppet master and you run stuff. Like, you're not going to torture me like this. I'm not going to put myself in a position where I got to be tortured with you. So I'm just going to emotionally detach. And then you do whatever. And it's whenever he moves on, whether it's moving on with his life or other decisions, moving on, especially with a woman, that's when she starts plotting to ruin his life. She starts plotting to ruin his life and the children's lives, using his kids. And she doesn't care if the children have to suffer behind it or anything like that. This is irrelevant to her. And then we're seeing more stories where they don't even care if the children are dead. They're killing themselves. If it comes to a custody battle or they lose that control permanently, they feel like they permanently lose the control. They're rather the kids are. They almost rather the kids die than him have them, or the children be happy, or the man be happy. They're not gonna do that. They rather, you know what I'm saying, the children be ruined just to ruin his life. So this is how they be holding these men hostage sexually. They sexually hold them hostage. You gonna give me the D, you gonna give me attention when I want it, how I want it, and if not, I'm gonna ruin your life and I'm gonna use your kids as the weapon to do that. So let me know what you think. Sound off in the comments section. Like, share, subscribe to the channel if you have not. Tell me if you agree with this or if you've seen this. Once again, sound off in the comments section. I am your host, The Crimson Cure, and this was my perspective. Bye-bye, Crimsonites. Hey, guys. Please like, share, and subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell. And if you've got more to say on the topic, leave a comment down below. Also, don't forget to support our sponsor who so graciously supports this channel by clicking the description box and the link for A-Game at agameherbal.com. You can go ahead and get a 10% discount off of your next purchase using the code Kendra10. This has been yet another Crimson Cure production, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.